Hello, and welcome to Module 3. So far in this video series, you've learned about common survivor reactions to sexual misconduct and ways you can support the survivor. In this video, I'm going to answer some questions that we often get here at Care to Stop Violence. Here they are. Why don't some survivors report sexual misconduct? There are a number of reasons for this. Survivors are often judged more harshly and scrutinized more than perpetrators. Questions about alcohol or drug consumption may be asked and lead to blaming survivors for their victimization. UMD offers an amnesty policy related to reporting sexual misconduct, even if survivors were under the influence. Contact the Care Office for more information. What is a SAFE exam? SAFE, or sexual assault forensic exams, are free medical forensic exams completed in a hospital by a nurse with special training in sexual assault. The purpose of a SAFE exam is to preserve possible DNA evidence and provide important medical care. These exams are usually completed for survivors who intend to prosecute, but even those who are unsure about prosecution can have the exam. If the survivor eventually decides to prosecute, the collected evidence will be released for investigation. Why do some survivors avoid getting SAFE exams? The main reason why survivors seem to avoid getting SAFE exams is that the process can often be re-traumatizing for them. Also, some survivors opt for a medical exam instead because they may not have transportation to the hospital. They don't want to wait to have the kit completed, or they do not want to be alone. Care to Stop Violence can provide transportation free of charge to the hospital and may be able to arrange for an advocate to be with you during the SAFE exam process. The hospital also has trained advocates who will be with you through the process at the hospital. Why do survivors avoid telling their parents about the assault they've experienced? Survivors often avoid telling their parents because they fear being forced to return home from school. They fear blame or further judgment, or they fear they will be made to report the incident to the police or the school when they are not ready to do so. If you are looking for helpful ways to support the survivor in this regard, please refer to the CARE website or Module 2 of this video series. Why don't survivors leave abusive relationships? This is a survivor behavior that can be the most puzzling to outsiders. But there are a number of legitimate reasons why survivors do not leave abusive relationships. An important reason is that the level of danger increases once the survivor leaves an abusive relationship. So some survivors choose to stay for fear of being unsafe upon leaving. Some survivors don't leave because they are hopeful that the abuser will change for the better. Some survivors don't realize that what they are experiencing is abuse, or they don't know of available resources. Some fear retaliation. Finally, many survivors are isolated by their abuser, which naturally reduces the number of support options available to them. Please speak to a care advocate to learn about other barriers that keep survivors from leaving an abusive relationship. What should I do if I am worried about my safety or the safety of my friends? If you are worried about you or your friend's safety, we encourage you to speak with a trained advocate in CARE who can assist you with safety planning. Should I get a protective order? Peace and protective orders can be suitable options for someone who has experienced sexual misconduct. Unfortunately, for some, obtaining a peace or protective order can make an already dangerous situation more dangerous. If you are considering this as an option, we encourage you to speak to someone in the Care Office to help you weigh the pros and cons of your decision, and to also help you with safety planning. Do I have to report what happened to me? Of course, survivors of sexual misconduct do not have to report incidents, but we strongly advise them to learn about the options available to them. UMD has several options available for survivors of sexual misconduct. Some options are considered confidential, and others non-confidential. Confidential options do not require you to report your victimization for legal, student conduct, or court proceedings. You have control over the information you provide. These options include Care to Stop Violence, the University Mental Health Service, and the Counseling Center. Non-confidential options include reporting to the police, the Office of Student Conduct, or the Office on Civil Rights and Sexual Misconduct, known to most students as the Title IX office. If you have further questions about your reporting choices, we strongly encourage you to contact CARE. We can help you understand your options. What should I expect when I come into the CARE office? Care to Stop Violence is a confidential campus resource. You are not required to provide all of the details of your victimization, only what you're comfortable sharing. If you come into the office, you will speak with a trained professional or student advocate who will help you navigate your situation. You can even seek support anonymously if you are not comfortable providing your name. And that's our list of frequently asked questions about sexual misconduct. I hope this video series proved engaging and helpful to you. Our hope here at CARE is that you'll find this information useful, especially if you or someone you know is affected by sexual misconduct. At the end of this module, you'll find a list of resources available to survivors of sexual misconduct, as well as how to contact these resources. Please don't hesitate to come by the CARE office located in the UMD Health Center if you ever have any questions. Again, this is LaVon Whitehead, lead educator in the Care to Stop Violence office at the University of Maryland Health Center, and I thank you for watching.